students is out there, but having an organized body and a focused time period and faculty to teach this kind of stuff, and maybe even churn out a little product that something can be used as advertising for the next round of classes. This project from, session 1 of the, Oklahoma Film Certification Program, whatever it comes out to be called.
I guess one question would be, because I know the one in OCC is like 3 weeks, and they're there and they're there all day.
Right, and they pull in high-level talent. Like pretty much all of their instructors come from some avenue.
Would charge it's expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something.
But would we want to do that, because a lot of people here have day jobs? I guess what I'm saying. What are you thinking? Evening classes? Or are you thinking a week class? Or what are you thinking? What's the best? I don't. And this is for people to comment on. I mean,
Well, it'd be for people who want to be professionals. So professionals who are between projects usually have their days free, and people who work projects usually have their days free. But I understand most people aren't have a day job, self-included. So find a time period that works best. You can have one in the day and one in the evening. We have just night classes. We have just on weekends. Whatever is most advantageous to finding the largest number of
persons. Flexible on that.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be so rigidly defined as to be exclusatory. But
so would this group kind of facilitate that?
The way me and Sean had talked about it is form a subgroup out of interested OMM persons to be in charge of finding the curriculum and instructors and propagate the whole project that way.
Because I know Bob mentioned it, and that he was interested in helping. Brian Eugene, I think was his name.
I don't know anything about this guy.
I don't know either.
That one message he posted.
Yeah, and then Tracy Cross, he mentioned he'd be, well, he kind of mentions where, like, what his involvement was going to be, space, so out there. So, but if there was space like at TCC, So I guess while we're here, how much input did you want to have, that sort of thing? Because like you said, we want to do a subcommittee. That's what we want to do. We want to get the people that are really interested in doing that because, and you need to have a small group of people that are really interested to push the thing.
There's a guy here in Tulsa named Bob Driscoll that's worked on a lot of stuff. I mean, finding someone like him to maybe teach the class, or who would?
Well, we want the subcommittee wouldn't necessarily be teaching or anything, but they'd just be pushing it and getting it.
No, we want to find somebody who is knowledgeable and experienced
he
in
lives
each
in
area.
Broken Arrow, and he's worked as DP on some big stuff, and a gaffer. I mean, he works all the time.
I've done a couple things with a lot. He's famous. The biggest thing he's probably done you've heard of is shot the original Children of the Corn, but he is ASC qualified in every sense of the word. Like he's A1 professional. He's a very cool guy.
Yeah. I worked with him on Inside. He was the DP on that.
That's a very good plot. I didn't think of him, but yeah, he lives here and he flies all around doing real projects. He shoots all Cloud9 stuff pretty much.
Huh? What's his name? Bob Driscoll? Bob Driscoll. He was the guy that shot Inside, to be honest.
He's a very cool camper.
I think, look at it backing up, to get state support and to get funding from the state for a program, it's going to have to be structured to fit their needs.
Yeah.
So, knowing how education works, it's a long process to add classes. And what you want is a certificate program that certifies by the state.
Not necessarily by the state. Like, the only thing we're interested in the state is if they want to sign on to it and say, hey, we give our seal of approval or something, that's great. And if they don't, we don't need them. We'll do it our own way.
Well,
it adds legitimacy, but if the program
also has a
qualified,
strings I would think.
yeah, if the program was qualified, it had good professionals, it had a good reputation of teaching qualified students, if the reputation of it is good, it wouldn't matter if it's state certified or not. My personal...
The state film office doesn't have any money.
No.
She doesn't have any
well, the
money.
only reason I say state-wise is because OCC, when they do their stuff, it's state-funded. That program wouldn't exist if it didn't work at that college.
Right.
And to do it as a private endeavor, even through an OMM group, a private group, is really stretching probably what a lot of people can cover. So
when you say state money, but is it school money or is it a grant, or what are we talking about here?
well, like OCC, he's a faculty member. That's why he built that program down there.
Here's
So, and they're pulling in big money so they can pull in these outside advisors, which help certify people through their program. So if we have localized people in Tulsa that have been in the business that we can say are professionals in this program, then like TCC would make a certificate program, submit it to the state, it gets endorsed by the Board of Higher Education, it's got a better stamp than a private endeavor. Not that private groups are bad, because it depends really who you have teaching the classes. All the Steadicam classes, they're private. You know, they're different individuals that have experience, years of experience. And when you take their class, they stamp their name on it and you're good. You know, people know that you got trained by the right people. So find the right people, the subgroup can do that.
Yeah, our focus is to find quality over anything else. Yeah.
And if the discussion is done up front with the state, with the Department of Higher Education, and with the Film Commission, the likelihood that they wouldn't endorse year one is pretty good. But if we put out a certificate program and then by the third year have shown a consistent quality and they were in the loop at the beginning, then they're much less likely to try to find something wrong, and would then sign on to a successful program.
That's a possibility. It depends where the legislature's sitting at with the Film Commission, and I don't talk to those guys, so I don't know, but if they felt that there was a need to develop a program in the state, and then there was enough people in the body as citizens to come and say, we can do this if you guys will help us, then I could see it being a first-year program getting off the ground. TU has a film program. As a private school, do they have enough money to start a sound stage to get, you know...
I hear they're going to try.
You know, well, that's the thing.
Yeah.
And as OMM, you got to decide which institution can help us push our philosophies, our goals, and I really love to see also have an OCC program set up, and that it didn't get started, bam, as big as it is now. It grew.
It's grown.
I did talk to Michael Wright a couple of weeks ago, and he said he's pretty sure they're going to do one, but he said basically outside people won't be able to use the sound stage.
See, that's the trouble is that first
TU.
See, they're not a public school where like TCC or NSU, if they can be talked into it, they may not be able to build a sound stage in the next 3 to 4 years, but they can start building a program out. TCC, you know, we have a couple sound stages that are for theater use, and it can double as a sound stage. They have lighting techs there that can teach you. We have Pro Tools studios to do audio. There's orchestra rooms, so you can do soundtrack. If you want to do from a 3-piece all the way up to a 30-piece orchestra. The tools are there at TCC. It's the only reason I think of them. The infrastructure there is kind of hard to get past. But as a certificate, I don't know, I'm just throwing that out there.
You mentioned the state. I kind of passively follow politics, but since the first time in history Oklahoma has a Republican legislature ever, all the committee heads are now Republican. What's up, John? Hey, how's it going? I just happened to catch on the radio driving to work one day. The incoming legislature's focus is economic development in the state, and they're looking. They made a call out to the citizenry. If you have ideas, talk to your congressman and send. You know, because they want to try and get new things implemented, and try and increase, obviously, the amount of money coming into the state because it's Oklahoma, but. Their focus was new ideas from a business-oriented focus to increase production in the state. Not, I don't mean film production, but one of the aspects we have is we have a large base of persons spread across the state in OMM who could be a, advocacy group for getting this kind of thing pushed through to the right people on that avenue. And hopefully new people are in place who are open to ideas like this right now.
I know a year ago when we were talking about the film festival, the only thing that the Oklahoma Film and Music Commission really said that they were interested in would be an education training kind of event.
The other thing that I've been throwing around is the Film Commission is under the Department of Tourism right now, and it's